content is organized into subjects and then subtopics. These subjects are chosen by the content creator. So that person is adding the tags for subject and subtopic. And then you can click through, and then you'll see our language arts page here, and it shows you all of the different topics and all of the educational levels. And then some special features at the bottom. So you can see here, these would be all resources that have been given that number 3, that highest rating by the Curricula Review. This link gives you all of the resources that have been given top ratings, these star ratings by members. We have featured a few resources here. We also offer a sampler of all Curricula resources. It's a great way to kind of check out content. And then you can also quickly access group content. Groups on Curricula, it's a way for people to interact and engage, develop work collaboratively. It's most often used by schools or school districts or organizations working on a project, and they will work collaboratively to develop work. So from here you can also choose to browse all language arts resources. So here you have basically now the opportunity to, you can scroll through and click one by one. Right now we're sorted alphabetically. Or you can use our advanced search features and go directly to the resources you're looking for. This shows us that we're in language arts because we've gone through that browse portal. But you can change this to any other subject. And this would also be the same view that you would get if you had clicked on an advanced search, just without a subject populated. You can choose your educational level. And then here, you can choose your instructional component type. We abbreviate it as ICT. But it basically shows you how a resource would be used in the classroom. So you have activity, generally our student-facing materials, assets, supplemental materials, book, textbook items, and then curriculum. And from curriculum, you can choose to search directly on lesson plans. So let's, for example, choose lesson plans for students ages 14 through 16. We can choose also if we want a special media type. We can choose high-rated content. We can choose partner content. Again, materials contributed by some of our special partners. We can choose any language. The default language is English, but we do support the site in several other languages, as well as resources in any language. And then when we're ready, we'll hit search. So here we are. We have a number of search results. We actually have 357 search results just for language arts, ages 14 through 16 lesson plans. So you can choose to scroll through. And what we're seeing here, let's go now look at one. This icon indicates what kind of resource this is. This is an attached file or PDF. Down here, we have actually text document that you'll be able to look at on the site. We have a web link. So this is just a quick link to an outside source. We also support videos, interactive materials. Generally, you won't find those in lesson plans, but they are a great way to use other supplemental materials. You'll also see the contributor. So this content was actually contributed by PBS, the Public Broadcasting Organization in the U.S., their NewsHour program. Individual members, more individual members. You can see content that has been contributed by a partner, again, the PBS organization. Material that's been rated. So this is part of a smaller piece in a much larger collection of resources. So we'll go ahead and we'll look at, so here we have a lesson plan from our partner. Again, you'll see it was contributed by the PBS NewsHour. I can click on this link and I can go to their profile, see more information about them. I can view a list of all of the other lesson plans they've contributed. You'll see that it's a partner resource, that it's been given 5 stars. And as you scroll through, you'll see that you're viewing this lesson plan directly on the site. So this is the easiest and simplest way to view content from here. You can print this out. You can copy it into a Word document for your own use. Other lesson resources may be downloadable files, PDFs, or Word documents, which you simply can download and modify. For more information about the resource, you'll see a title, a description, the subject area and educational levels it's been correlated to. Again, this instructional component type lets you search for lesson plans directly. And then information about these rights and access privileges. So you'll see here access privilege is public, meaning that this is actually a public resource that you or I, as a member of Curriki, could come and edit. So if we noticed, ranging something from simple as a typographical error that we want to fix to work that we're collaborating on together, that's an activity that we could take to this resource. You'll see that the rights holder, again, is Extra NewsHour, and that its licensee is a Creative Commons license of Attribution 3.0. This means that this lesson plan can be used by anyone for any purpose as long as the original lesson plan is attributed back to the creator, so Extra NewsHour. So this can be taken into a classroom, and you can say, great, this is all about, the Martin Luther King speech as a work of literature. Say, how would I want to modify this into another resource? So you could take this lesson and say, instead of I have a dream, you say, let me choose another famous speech, or let me choose another important work of nonfiction or some sort of other narrative text. And how would I change that? And then you would be free to completely modify this and then share it with other teachers in the classroom, in your school, or in your community. So that makes this resource completely free and available to anyone. The other option we have, and right now we're dealing only with U.S. standards, is the resource can be correlated to state standards. It has not yet been correlated. If I had been logged in as a member, I would be able to go through, choose a state, and align that to state standards, which gives it extra value in the classroom. So teachers who, for example, I live in Florida, I could go search for all resources that have been correlated to Florida standards, so I would have lessons for the following week, knowing that I have to teach a particular unit and a particular standard. And then finally, comments. No one has commented just yet. But you'll see here it shows that this was a P because it's a partner resource. From here, you can share the resource. You can email it to others. Again, because this is completely free and open content, there are no prohibitions from emailing, posting to a social network site, sharing in any way. You can also choose to print it out. And then finally, if you log in as a member, you would think I would know my own login. There we go. If you log in as a member of Curriki, you'll be able to add this to your favorites. This is kind of like bookmarking something, so you can go through and search for lesson plans and gather them and collect them so you have them for later. Again, this share feature. Here we have this flag feature,